welcome back to Planes, Trains, and Boats Online. We are on Interstate 80. We're not that far away from Wyoming. We're in Utah right now. Salt Lake City's behind us. And we're just putzing along. I don't think this is going to be a long video because there's the DOT scale / port of entry right there. So that means it's not going to be too far farther up here that I'm going to have to go in and do the port of entry of Wyoming. So this video will be a short video, but you know, this way you can safely say, well, you haven't. It's safe to say you've seen Utah and Wyoming state line, because the scale house is right on the state line. But I was hoping to catch another train. Is what I was hoping to catch. Oh well, if you've seen a lot of these different trains, different areas, then that's with that hood that you see in front there, that's from me. I know you guys enjoy those videos. If you don't, then and you didn't see it, then that's fine. Not everybody enjoys trains. There's some of us that do enjoy trains. It's growing on me. The trains are growing on me. I won't sit there and watch a train go by. But if I am driving down the highway, I do like to see how big the engine is, or how big the train is, and how many engines are pulling the cars, and you know. Look like I'm not going to have a problem. So Wyoming is it's like a snow belt. It gets really nasty storms through Wyoming, and it shuts down the highway, and can shut it down for days. You know, you got your hills and all that stuff in Wyoming, and it's just open fields, open land. And it can get really nasty. And I've been in a snowstorm in Wyoming, and I've been sitting there. I've been sitting there for a couple of days, waiting for the highway to open up. If you have a heavy load, then you're okay. But if you have a light load and it's high winds, then you may not want to go, because well, then you can either get flipped over on the side, blowing across the highway, or whatever, right? So they don't allow you to drive if you have a light load in high winds. But if you have a heavy load, then you're okay. I don't have a heavy load, but I definitely don't have a light load. My weight, according to this weight thing, this CAT scale here, my weight is 72,000 560 pounds. So a little bit more than that because I was had a half a tank of fuel. So I'm gonna say my weight is 73 and change. So I'm not 80,000 pounds, but I'm not 20, or I'm not 40. The wind can still blow me around a little bit, but it's different when you're hauling flatbed, because you don't have these the sides of the trailer to act like a sail. They don't have that blowing you all over the place. I see that tiny little house over there, or shed over there. It looks like it's seen better days. It's tipped over. It looks like a good gust of wind and it can blow it right over. But being out here, I don't think it has much longer to live standing up, but that definitely is an old one, an old place. I'm gonna say 100 years, maybe a little longer. Even with that old wooden house, it was still built better than the houses nowadays. The houses nowadays, if you look at it and they have someone abandons the house after 50 years or so, go back 50 years later, so 100 years later, do you think that house is going to stand up, or is it going to be crumbled down and be gone by the... Like some of the buildings back in the day, like 1900s and all that stuff, 1906 and all that stuff, all the little towns that you see, the little small towns, and then you see the old brickwork buildings, and even tells you the year it was built, and they're still standing, they're still being lived in, they still have businesses in there, and they're still going. Yeah, you still have to do some maintenance work on it, but they're still standing. That's the part. They're still standing. That's I don't think anybody builds buildings like that anymore. Just like the cars nowadays. The cars are not built like the cars back in the 50s and 60s and 40s and whatever, right? They were built with steel. These things are built with aluminum and all that. They're designed to, after you have it for so long, you throw it away, you get another one. That's how car dealers, dealerships and manufacturers make their money by, you buy the vehicle, it won't last long, it'll rust out or whatever, and you'll get a new car. Just like big trucks. They only last for so long, and they start to break down, and then it's, you keep on putting the money into it, sure, but is it cheaper to buy yourself a new truck, everything new again, or is it cheaper to fix that truck? Now, depends on what it is. If it's a lemon, then you might as well just get rid of it and get yourself a new truck. But if the truck's already paid for,